Failing 20-year-old navigation screen, check. Christmas tree dash, check. Terrible alignment on the steering wheel, well, on the whole car, check. Differential screaming on desale terribly. Little bit of an oil burning smell, check. So you know what that means. Hello YouTube. So it's been forever since I uploaded again. Surprised? No. I don't know when I'm ever gonna upload either. You guys probably asking, when's this guy gonna upload? I don't know. I work on cars here and there. I record stuff here and there, and then sometimes I realize, holy cow, I got a video made. Time to upload. But I'm really bad about it. Life has been crazy. Crazy. And now I think I'm to a point to where I should be able to start making YouTube videos again. And today's the blue coupe. It's been a while. The blue coupe, not the sedan, still not the sedan, the red sedan, the Hellrock car, the car that started this whole channel. You know, look at the channel name. But it's the coupe. I put 305s on it. I put 330 brakes on it finally, since it was a 325. And as you probably just watched in the intro, I have a couple oil leaks to find, but it runs. It still runs. It runs great. It's fantastic. But there's some stuff with the differential, you know. It lasted barely lasted. But I have a new differential for that. I'll be showing you guys today too. I won't be installing it yet today. That's for another video. That's going to require some custom stuff. But let's get into this. I'm about to take you guys on a little journey to what I call my favorite auto parts store. So my differential is screaming, and I put 300 miles on it since I welded it, and I'm not going to drive it again until I at least drain it and put different fluid in it. And I wasn't thinking, and I just put the recommended gear oil in it that they do from factory, but that doesn't even matter at this point. You know, my spider gears are welded. They don't care about any of that. All I got to do is get a thicker oil, gear oil, and all I'm oiling is your ring and pinion. So I'm gonna run to my favorite auto store and pick up some gear oil or whatever I can find that's better than what I have in it right now. All right, so I'm at my favorite auto store. Let's go see what they got. What do you think, Tucker? All right. Well, you can probably guess how that just went. Nothing at all. All right, so I'm going in a local auto parts store. I'm not even gonna show the name because I know I'm about to get ripped off. So hopefully this isn't outrageous, because this diff could probably explode any minute, and I'm about to buy gear oil at a place where I try to never shop. So let's see what this price is. Well, at least they had some. I didn't have to drive really far, but $22.83 for 2 quarts of off-brand gear oil, not even full synthetic. Well, I got the 85 140. I got some thick stuff, and whatever brand that is. So I definitely paid way too much, but at this point, I'm just throwing the thickest stuff in there because it doesn't have any spider gears anymore that matter. So we'll see if this works. I know some people are probably cringing, but it's a $50 differential and it's welded. I'm just shooting for the last attempt to get this thing to not scream. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I didn't hear any noises. Nothing bad fell out. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that drain. And then I gotta attempt to get off this, but it's looking like the whole sway bar's in the way. Can get that in there. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I just knocked out the center of that socket for now. I'll put it back and grabbed a 14. We got all kinds of room now. Couldn't fit a ratchet, but I don't have a 14 millimeter Allen key, so this should be better anyways. Like I've mentioned 2 or 3 times now in other videos. The click tuning arch has problems where it like sinks in on the back here. Man, I need to wash this car. I hope that's all that is, dirt. But they sink in back here, so you'll rub on the back and you'll have tons of clearance on the front. So the way I fix that, right here where this rivet goes, I use the rubber gaskets that you would use on a valve cover. I have like old ones laying around, and I put 2 of them behind that to space out this rear part here. It's gonna look weird on this side because the gas cap here, but on this side I already did it. The side that has terrible paint on it, but you can see right now we're tucking, and I mean, it's clearing. So there's 2 behind that, 2 of those rubber spacers. So with the wider tires up front now, I'm running into this piece here. So I'm just gonna shave it right here, well, cut it right here and fold it in. And then I hit this a lot too. So I'm gonna trim that all the way across and up. I don't really know, I don't use this because I don't have fender liner in this car because, well, obviously it is not gonna work with the tire sizes I'm running, but I may have to cut this off yet too, I don't know. And this side over here has a little more positive camber than the other side. I need to drive this car, man. So yeah, I'll just cut right here and then fold it over. One-handed angle grinder, safety thumb. So cut there, and get the hammer, of course, and we'll fold it in without smashing my hands against the brake caliper. You guys cringing yet? Just remember how cheap this car was and how rusty it was. And how much rustier it's gonna be now because I cut that. That's body work right there. I don't care. All right, so now I'm gonna trim this up, get rid of this 15 and put the 13 on, I think it is. My dogs are going crazy in the background. Put that 13 on. I really need to clean these up. These came off the convertible because I put 330 brakes on this since it was a 325, unfortunately. And then, yeah, that back tire's huge, man. 305s, finally. I've always wanted to run a 305 on E46, and I finally got to do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm not gonna show it because it's a little sketchier because I don't want to destroy my M3 fenders, considering that's the only value on the car currently. Also, BC Racing, come on. I mean, Max Speeding Rods has a little pad on there, spanner wrenches for my girl hands. Just a tip, BC Racing. All right, so that's clearanced, and up here's clearanced, if that's what you want to call it. Hammer and angle grinder. Oh, why am I jacking it up? All right, we're gonna slam her here. Dang. Dang. You know, the neighbors really love the jack noises. But dude, that looks so good. I don't know if I can beat that. I'm gonna leave that. So you can see the spacing really bad now that I was talking about, but hey man, whatever it takes to clear, because that's what it needed. Because you see we got space up here and it's gonna be close there. We'll let her wear in. And then, yeah, maybe a touch more camber, but that's pretty good. This side over here I think is a little higher for sure. This is probably what, well, maybe it's a little lower. I don't freaking know, but we'll find out when we drive it. But that rear tire, you can see that over looks like it hangs way out. trust me, it don't. I can't do much with what's here. All right, I better put my seatbelt on. You know, usually it's safety third on this channel, but you know, I really don't want to die because I'm driving a 20-year-old car that I've touched every single bolt on. So you really never know what's going to happen. But first drive on the 305s and the 265s up front, it rubs some. It rubs some. It depends on the angle of the car. Like if you're going around a curve and it's downhill and stuff like that, or it slopes to one side, it'll rub on the front some. But I have no AC in here, and today it's actually fairly warm. And I got this phone mount in here, and I'm honestly not sure if it's gonna chuck my phone at my face or not when I do a pull. The car's a little, oh gosh, I don't know how to drive manual either, by the way. The car's a little cold yet, so I'm not gonna hammer it, but I'm gonna listen for some differential noise now that I have that different fluid in there. You're not gonna hear it on the camera. It's still making noise, so I'll be showing you guys the solution to that. All right, I'd say the car's warmed up enough. I sure hope. But we'll do a little hit here with these tires. Well, it hopped a little bit, but it hooked up pretty good. Not too bad, not too bad. I gotta find a good spot here to do this pull on this closed road. Not in a neighborhood. I'm definitely not in a neighborhood at all. I wouldn't do that. All right, so I'm gonna do like a 0 to 100 pull here. I'm in a good spot. Okay. That phone's going everywhere because I got solid mounts. I didn't know how this mount would do, but hey, I didn't eat the phone. The phone stayed on there. I don't know how much boost I hit. 14, that's all I'm running. I had it turned up on 18 for a while on pump 93, but it's still on 93, but I turned it down because there for a little bit I was driving this car to work and there was no reason to have it like on kill or anything. And I'm calling 18 pounds on kill because that's the max that I preferably want to run on 93. But on E85, obviously we could really crank this thing up. I've never ran E85 in this S52. I'd say I could run, you know, 25, 28 pounds, which I know I can run because I used to run that on my last Forge engine, and it was fine until I accidentally hit that on 93. So it was good until that. But this thing rips, dude. It hooks up really good. When I shift to second, it does, you know, hop a little bit, which isn't ideal, but it hooks up really, really freaking good. All right, guys, I should have had my camera settings on cinematic because it really, you know, blurs out what's behind me, like out the windows. You know, when you're on a closed course, there's nothing to even see back there. But I think that's about it for today. I'm going to show you guys the differential I'll be putting in this, and that'll probably be the end of the video. But I'm really happy to be able to make videos again. It's just been hectic, and I can't wait to actually get back into cars and work on them a lot because I've really been slacking. Here is the fix to the welded diff. If you know, you know. This is a 315 LSD, factory LSD, limited slip. And this should work fine. All the mounts are different though. They use these two ears. I won't be using those, but I'll be using this diff cover and probably knock these ears off, and then I'll use the bolt pattern off of this cover And then I'm going to use the Seems Legit Garage solid diff mount. That's for the E46. If you guys know what this is, it gets rid of that sleeve that bushing always rips out of, or the sleeve always rips, or the bolt always breaks on the stock E46s. But I'm going to use this as a template so I know where those ears are on my subframe. So when I make one of these out of a plate of steel, I will have the bolt pattern off this, but then these ears here, where these holes are that actually mount it, will be ending up in the same spot. So I can just swap this into the E46. I'll have to figure out how to use this here. I may have to use a spacer of some sort because it sits back a little further than any of the holes on the E46 subframe. And these flanges will work for the axles, but now I'll have to get a 4-bolt flange for this, which is no big deal. They make those because I use a 328 drive shaft in that car, and it has a 4-bolt flange, if you guys are familiar with that. So super excited for this, and I've never had an LSD before, so I really hope it's nice to me, and I'm sure it'll be just life-changing when you drive the car, because it hops everywhere right now when you turn through a parking lot. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to start making some other videos. Hopefully here soon I can get this differential in there, and I'll show you guys exactly how I do that.